When you think about how you manage the temperature of your home, you usually don't think about your garage, but it can have a big impact on how you heat and cool your home. Meet Scott Wintermark. You could say he makes his living in the garage. He's been in the garage door industry for over 20 years. Scott, a lot of homeowners probably don't think about the importance of the garage in terms of the temperature with their home. Talk to us a little bit about that.
The door is a barrier between the outside and the inside of the garage.
And when it comes to selecting garage doors, where do you start with that conversation with the homeowner?
Well, first we'd look at what style design you'd like, and then if it's attached to the house, not attached to the house, you want insulated or non-insulated door, and when you go to insulated, then we'd figure out if you want R6, R12, or R17. This is a basic door, no insulation, just basically a cover from the outside elements.
All right.
Then you're going to jump to this polystyrene door, which is just a styrofoam door, not into any of the cavities of the panel. You're just at an R6, and it's just a basic uninsulated door with a little protection in it.
Okay, so I want to work out my garage a little bit, and I want to have some manageable temperature. I'm moving up to this.
Yep, you're going to jump to the R12 door, which is steel front, steel back, urethane insulated, which is sprayed in, hot mold injected. The panels stick to it. You get a lot more strength, and then it's just a matter of if you want to stay with that, or if you want to jump up to this R17. Hot mold injected 2 inches thick, where you're at 1 3/8 inches thick there. You get some thermal breaks in between the sections, and then it literally just expands, and you have no gaps.
Okay, walk us through a little bit when you say thermal breaks.
The thermal break is a seal that you get between the sections so wind and air can't blow through there.
Okay.
And then matched up with your side seals, you have no holes.
Okay. Now, if I want to use my garage, I have a workshop out there, is this sort of the basic minimum? You said an R12 here?
Yeah, you'd start at R12, steel front, steel back. That would give you, with your seals and everything, it would give you a great working environment in the garage if you're running a heater.
In terms of the temperature?
You got to remember, some of it is if you're opening and closing the door a lot during the day, you don't need the higher R value, just because when you open that door, it's leaving, depending on your heat source.
And installation, can they go on any garage? Can these doors go on any garage, or are there limitations?
No, they can go on any garage. It's just, whatever size they are, shape, and they all got to be square.
Okay. Installing, what else do I have to keep in mind? Seals, or what about that?
Your seals, some places have the old wood seal. A lot of that we're taking off, and then we put the new vinyl seal on.
And from the very basic through the R12 to the 17, talk a little bit about cost.
Generally, your cost from upgrade from non-insulated to like higher insulated, you're going to be about $400 and $600.
Okay, when $400, $600 above an average, or?
Average cost of the door.
Okay. What else do we need to think about when we're installing a garage door?
You want to make sure your seals are good. Your perimeter seals with the bottom seal and the side seals, you can get a pretty good seal on it, and you just put the whole package together.
And we can take a look at that over here?
Absolutely.
Scott, when we talk about the seals, what are you referring to?
The weather seals around the door, everything that's touching it, and just keeping it sealed, keeping the weather from getting in.
Okay, and that's all the way around and the bottom as well. How long should the seals last on a garage door?
Typically they go about 7 years, depending on if the kids don't hit them with a bicycle, you don't run a car mirror through them, just as long as you're not hitting them with stuff.
And they can become brittle and just break off?
They can, or they're just nailed on, so you can pull them off.
Okay.
If you strike them.
The bottom seal, what are we looking at there? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's just the rubber seal that comes in contact with the ground, and it can shrink, and it will shrink over time, and then you can replace just the seal. And when it does shrink, it's time to probably get a service call and change your seals out.
Okay, when you come out, you put the garage door down, and then what? You're looking for light around the garage door, is that it?
Yeah, anywhere there's visible light from the inside when it's dark. And sometimes you can see it when the lights are on even. But you'll get cracks and chunks missing out of this stuff. And it's typical. It's wear and tear.
Yeah, and the seals after time can get just brittle and break?
Yep, it depends on if the sun's hitting on them or how much heat and cold you're susceptible to.
And the upper Midwest, I mean, there's all sorts of weather that's impacting, and I know salt can have impact on the seal and on your garage door, right?
Yep, and a lot of times you'll see it where the cars are driving in and dropping salt from where you brought it down the road. Or if you're throwing salt right up next to it, you'll get a rusty bottom panel.
And you mentioned, though, that rodents can impact that bottom seal, right?
Yeah, more of the rural areas, little rodents will chew away at it and try to work into where there's a warmer environment, especially in the winter.
Okay, so I'm looking at my seals, and again, maybe it's been a while, and I have you come out, service call first to check that out.
Yeah, and typically we do a service call, and they'll go through the rollers, all the seals, the cables, and get everything all serviced and lubed up, adjust anything, make it more tight so everything does seal.
Okay. Now I've decided I'm going to go ahead and get a door. Let's talk a little bit about non-insulated door cost versus an insulated door cost.
Typically, an uninsulated door, you're starting around that $600 range, and insulated for single door, and you're going up to that $900 to $1,000.
Okay, but you can really, again, with a good insulated door, you can turn that garage into that workshop or a little hobby room or something like that, right?
With a good set of seals and insulated door, you're going to be able to have it at a decent temperature and not have a lot of loss out of there.
You bet. And again, we can have another room for our house, again, keeping that temperature under control. Scott, thanks for sharing that information about garage doors. And if you'd like more information about insulation and how it can keep your home warmer in the winter and cool in the summer, visit our website at powerhousetv.com.